A little bit of context first. Scott made $13K in his first month. Joey, within less than 6 months of getting started with this, he reached $10,000 per month in pure profit. And Brian recently just got to the 10K per month mark with this. None of them are influencers or needed to go viral to be able to generate these results. In fact, they were total beginners that simply took advantage of one high income skill and a current gap in the market most people are not even aware of. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this skill is, how it works, and what do you need to be able to get started with it. But first, let me show you why most people get this completely wrong by following the traditional advice of starting a new online business. Here's the thing. When it comes to starting a traditional online business, you have to create the product, you have to fulfill on the product, and then, most importantly, of course, to be able to grow, you need to promote your product and sell your product. So you need to do the marketing, the sales, you need to do the product development, you need to do the product fulfillment, finance, and then to be able to grow it, you need to build a team, manage the team, etc. There are too many skills into one thing, but that is not all. Like with that comes complexity. And if you want to start something as a beginner, complexity is kind of like your enemy. Because the more complex it is, the higher the likelihood is that you get overwhelmed, you burn out, everything is just harder and harder. On top of that, if you are going to start a traditional online business, it typically comes with upfront investment, either money for inventory, if you're going to go with e-commerce, probably going to require some form of having to invest on ads, on advertising to generate attention. Or if you don't go with ads, you're going to have to put a lot of money and a lot of hours into content creation. And that's just upfront cost that comes with the business model, like let alone the rest of the things. Capital, network, skills you need to have. It's very, very hard for beginners to be able to take off. It's literally like wanting to get into climbing and the first mountain you're going to climb is Mount Everest. Like it's just, you're going for the extreme, right? That's what happened to me and I failed for 2 years. Now, when we go and we take a look at the boring models, and specifically the high income skill market, here's what you see is number one, the reason why they're boring is because oftentimes is the same thing over and over again. And what that tells us is that if it's the same thing over and over again, number one, it's simple. So there is like a great element of simplicity on it. But number two as well, if it's the same thing over and over again, that's why it's boring because it never changes, that implies that it's constant, always the same. And most importantly, because they're boring, they're simple, and they're consistent, is much, much easier and requires much less effort and risk to be able to get started with one of these compared to building a traditional full-blown online business. Now, here's where most people get it wrong, because at the beginning, most people go the traditional, I want to build my own business because they're pursuing passion. They want to do something they're passionate about. And that, if you ask me, is a complete mistake. Because when I analyzed the most successful people and what they did, even the most successful closers and what they did, the reason why most of them got into the boring models is because freedom is the passion. They weren't pursuing their passion, they were pursuing freedom. And they were just trying to identify the fastest path to freedom. So that's one of the moments that it hit me. It's like, what am I pursuing? Am I pursuing passion or pursuing freedom, financial freedom, peace of mind? And then what are you optimizing for? Right now, I'm going to share with you 3 boring models that are very profitable, that work really, really well, that are proven to work for beginners, but they're boring. They're boring because they're simple and they don't require a lot of complexity. If you're at a place right now where you want to go from 0 to 1 and all you're looking for is for a way to be able to make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per month from home with one skill so that you can escape your 9 to 5 or you can escape the current way you're making money and just hop into a more leveraged vehicle, you can do that with a high income skill. Like you don't need to start a traditional online business. And then with your high income skill, as you build up more cash and more skills and a better network, eventually that can become a stepping stone for your own venture. That's what most people do. And that's what I've seen when I've analyzed the path of the most successful people I know. I'm going to share with you 3 models that are boring and that are proven, and all of them have the same criteria. It's one skill to one client. This is the beauty of it. It's super simple, and you can make 5 figures per month. 5 figures per month, one skill to one client. The 3 biggest ones. Number 1, Copywriting. Copywriting is the art of massive influence through written word. If you like writing, if you like persuasion, buyer psychology, and you don't want to deal with people, copywriting is perfect for you. You can sell email marketing services. You can manage ads. You can do media buying, run the ads of a company that's running ads. You can write sales pages. You can write video sales scripts. Very, very powerful. Copywriting, one skill, one client, you can make 5 figures per month just following that path. Number 2 is personal branding, content creation. It's not any kind of content creation. So it's content creation for high-ticket personal brands. Why? Because they have the leverage. They're selling high-ticket products, so you can charge appropriately and get paid 5 figures. A lot of people that get into personal branding content creation, they got started as an editor and then they just evolved as a brand strategist. Being a brand strategist is very, very powerful because it's the other way of generating influence. There are 2 types. Number 1 is copywriting, which is based on direct response marketing. Direct response marketing is all about problem solution narrative. It's all about hitting the market, resonating, meeting the market in the problem they have, and only talking about problem, solution, and how to fix it. Personal branding on the other side is less about problem solving, is more about connecting and building a tribe that is united and that is going the same direction or share the same vision. The difference between personal branding and copywriting is very simple. Have you ever heard of someone that says, or maybe you can see yourself doing this, I want to work with that person because of that person. That's it. Or I want to purchase this brand because it's this brand. Yeah, but there is another alternative. It's the same, if not more, but just have a different brand, stick to it. It's like, no, but I want this brand. That is personal branding. In this case, personal branding is an association to a person. Okay. It's like, I want to work with this person, or I want to do this program or this service because this person is running it. It's not because it's a better way to fix my problem. It's because this product is associated with this person. That is personal branding. It's a different way compared to copywriting to generate attraction. So if you can do that, if you have that skill, businesses are willing to pay you 5 figures for that. Now, what does that come with that skill? In copywriting, it was all about persuasion, influence, and written word, and not interacting with people because it's to the masses. When it comes to personal branding, content creation, is all about content creation. So it's a creative skill. If you're a creative, you love creating content, you love being with cameras, recording, generating ideas for videos, storytelling, building a brand, building a vision, uniting people, creating a tribe, a community. If you are that kind of creative person, then you can become a brand strategist. The third one is high ticket closing. So the first 2 were in the realm of marketing, and this third one is in the arena of sales. But it's not sales, it's not traditional sales, it's not chasing people. It's the last chain of a transaction, which is the closing part. So what high ticket closers do is they take over the closing calls or the last conversation someone needs to have to be able to purchase from the brand. These people are already interested in working with the brand, so they book a call. So you're not talking with strangers or you're not reaching out. People are coming to you as a high-ticket closer, and you have a conversation because they're already interested in working with the brand. And your job is not to sell. Your job is to filter the good fits from the bad fits, have a conversation, and once someone is a good fit, then you can invite them to join the program. You can invite them to walk them through the solution, and you can do your thing. You can do your process to be able to close the right fits. And the ones that are not a good fit, not the right fit, then you just you recommend them another direction. That's what you do as a closer. Closers are seen more as advisors rather than salesy or pushy salesmen. High-ticket closers are more leaders, are more like an executive, like a higher figure, like typically are like a right-hand man of an entrepreneur, so that the entrepreneur does not have to be all day on calls. So it's a huge value because you're generating money for the company and you're giving the founders their time back. And all you have to do is to master one conversation. And you just handle these conversations because it's the same conversation for you. The only thing that changes is the person. You just take these conversations, you take these meetings in behalf of the company, you close deals for them. And again, one skill or one company, you can make 5 figures per month. After trying 2 years, failing and accumulating a ton of debt, trying to build a traditional online business, when I came across high-ticket closing, I knew it was for me. I went for it. I invested in a mentor and I committed myself. I went all in for 3 months, trained myself, and I work with different clients. And when I find the client that allowed me to take off my income, in the first month, I made $5,000 5K euros. In the second month, I made 7K. Third month, 7K again. In the fourth month, I made 8K euros as a high ticket closer. In the fifth month, I made 11K euros as a high ticket closer. In 5 months, total beginner, English is not my native language. If I did that, anybody can do it. It is one of the fastest, safest, and smoothest path to go from a 9 to 5 to start making 5 figures per month, because it's simple. It's just one skill. So what do you need to be able to get started in this high income skills journey? Doesn't matter what skill you pick. Let's just go with high ticket closing because it's the one that I chose. So number one, what do you need to be able to do high ticket closing? Number one, you need the skill. You need to know how to run high ticket closing calls. Number two, you need internet connection. And number three, you need to speak English, because opportunity is in the US market, is in the English market. That's where the majority of opportunity is. That's where the demand is. So you need to be able to speak English. If you have these three things, you are better than 99% of people on this planet, because you can learn this skill. Now, for some people, it's going to be like me, like I can do this. For some people, it's not going to resonate, and that is because character traits. So what are the character traits you need to have? So this is in alignment with you and with your vision. Number one is work ethic. You need to have this work ethic and being willing and wanting to be rewarded based on the value you put in. Number two, you have to have an elite sports mindset. And the reason why is because high ticket closing is all about influence, leadership, and helping people. And helping people oftentimes requires you to show them the standards, requires you to educate them, requires you to help them so that they can help themselves. You need to have this mindset of being willing and wanting to constantly wake up every single day, wanting to become the best version of yourself, because that's what a leader does. If you don't have that mindset, there's no way you're going to be able to lead others if you're not able to lead yourself and show up for yourself. And now, what it is that you need, like how do you actually get there? I'm going to give you a very, very simple roadmap. Phase number one is you develop the skill. You need to develop the skill, at least get to a minimum viable level where you can be better than the business owner, where the business owner can see what you're able to do, and the business owner can say, okay, you're better than me. Can you handle my calls? Number two, you need to land a client. You need one company that you're going to do the sales on their behalf. And you can land a client, if you have the right skills, 30 days, you can land a client. I've seen it, students do it faster. Once you land the client, then the third step is serve the client. You need to deliver for the client, because up until this point, it's all words. You haven't taken any of these meetings. So once you guys agree, now is showtime. It's all about you sharing your skills and using your skills to help this business grow and start enrolling the right clients. And as you do that, the company can grow. The business owner can see that you got this, you got his back, his calls are taken care of, and you are making money with this very skill. Now, if you're wondering, okay, but what kind of client or which market should I get in or what services should I sell? Down in the description below, there's a link where you can see more information and have a deeper dive into high ticket closing. And then if you have any questions, feel free to put it down in the comments or in the comments of the video that I'm going to put down in the description box below. See you there.